Hey everybody, it's DIY Coach Al over here at Lawn Care and Home Repair. And guys, the weather is changing, but this is still the time for our cool season grass. So don't slack up on what you're doing for your grass because we got to get this grass ready for the spring. And I was in my house earlier. I was doing my job, trying to do my therapy thing, make sure I saw my patients. And I saw these leaves out here in the yard. I said, well, I need to get these leaves up because I want to throw some fertilizer down here. I want to put some, maybe not some weed and feed, maybe put a little bit of winter fertilizer down there, get those roots strengthened for the fall. But I need to get all these leaves up, and it's a lot to rake. And I thought to myself, it would be so much easier to do this if I had some equipment that would help me to get these leaves up, maybe help me throw a quick mow on the grass. If I only had maybe a lawn tractor that had a bagger on it, if I just had something, maybe a little mama that had a bagger on it, maybe I could come out here and throw a quick mower to get some of these leaves up and tell you guys. Cue the music. Little mama, we ready? Little mama has been cleaned. She has been prepped. She has been maintained. She is ready to go. We got our bag on here. Guys, we need to make sure that we are doing what we need to take care of our lawn. This is cool season grass that I have up here. 100% turf type tall fescue from over there at Lawn Life. Got me some of that night shift, as I say, it's the right shift. But we need to make sure we are not kind of resting because the bulk of the growing season is gone. And as a matter of fact, it's gone. I just had my sprinkler system turned off earlier today, but it is still that season for us to make sure we are putting our nutrients in our grass. If you're going to do your soil amendments, going to put some human char down there. If you're going to put that some RGS, if you want to do all those things, I'm going to be doing a winter guard because I want to feed my roots because I have new grass. I will not be doing a fall overseeding, but let's make sure that we are getting out here and taking care of our grass. I'm not sure if you guys can do this, if you can see this for what it is, but guys, this grass is very green. It is very green. It is not showing any signs of going into dormancy now. And it's interesting because I had to do some overseeding in addition to the reseeding. And I'm seeing how some of the grass where I overseeded is actually a little lighter than the originally renovated lawn because that's had about 2.5 months to really grow. And the overseeded is just a little lighter than that. But overall, this grass is looking good. And you guys know I say in my videos, I love coming out here seeing nature at its best. So I'm going to put a mow on this yard. I want to get these leaves up because all of those beautiful leaves up there on the tree, guess where they're ending up? They are ending up in my yard. They're ending up in your yard. We got to get all these leaves up. So, what I am here to tell you today, get out there, get those leaves up. Now, what I'm going to do is actually bag my clippings today, but in the fall, I usually allow the clippings to go back into the yard. I don't have any weeds out here, and those mulch leaves is actually a natural fertilizer for your grass. I don't know if you guys know that, but because I have so many other things in my grass that's healthy for it, I'm going to clip it. I'm going to put it right back in, let it feed itself. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take little mama. We're going to bag those clippings, and then let me see. Am I going to put it on right now? I'm not sure if I'm going to put it on right now. I just want to let you guys know that this is the time of year that we have worked so hard for. We wanted to make sure that we put all our products down so we can come out here and enjoy the yard. Don't know what your yard is looking like, but from putting that renovated seed, I'm sorry, putting that new cultivar down, I burned up everything else that was out here. That old cultivar had to be at least 20 years old. And I don't know if you all know, but your grass cannot give you more than it's engineered to give you. So no matter how much nitrogen and iron you put on that grass, no matter what you do, it's going to give it that green pop, but then it's going to just kind of go back to right where it is. So you may want to consider maybe doing an overseed with a newer cultivar. Maybe not next spring, but next fall, because spring is not the best time to plant grass seed. But we're gonna go ahead and throw a mow on this. And I'm gonna come back and tell you guys what you should definitely be doing this year to make sure you have healthy grass for next year, starting this spring. Little mama, you sure you ready? She said, "Crank me up, Pop." So let's crank her up and see what she has. Oh yeah, she's ready to go. Alrighty, guys. So I used Little Mama to get up some of the leaves. Now, to be honest, it did actually did a good job getting up the leaves. It didn't get all of them up. All of these leaves. There are so many trees out here. You can probably see it in the background. There are just so many trees, and every fall, once again, I look forward to coming out here, seeing God's glory. In those trees, I don't have to drive to Skyline Drive or anything like that. The only thing is when they fall, I have to make sure I get them all up. So this will be covered again and leaves probably within the next 4 or 5 hours because it's been really windy out here. But guys, I want to make sure or make you aware of a few things. As I said earlier, this really is that time of year now at this stage in the fall to make sure we're getting our grass ready for next year. Depending upon whether you have new grass or an established lawn, that's going to determine your next step. Now, we're already late in the season, so if you haven't put that pre-emergent down, it's not too late to get it done, especially depending upon where you are. If you're going to do a pre-emergent, and make sure you get that done. I'm going to throw the thumbnail up for my video I did with Cameron over at Elevated Lawnscapes last year. And we agree, and it's definitely his recommendation. He's been doing this longer than I have, that you don't want to put a pre-emergent down if you have a new lawn. You want to wait until next year because you don't want that pre-emergent to interfere with that root development over the latter part of the fall and for the spring. I'm looking here. I had to repair this area right here, oversee. This is once again 100% turf type tall fescue night shift, and it's baby grass. It's nice. It's green. It's lush. Now, I don't expect that this is going to actually survive uh, the winter. I don't expect it's going to survive because I planted this late. It's popping now. It's coming up. It has top growth, but it has no root development. Now, that's going to also depend on whether or not we have a milder winter or if we have a more harsh winter like we did last year. Last year, it was harsh. Winter before that, we had no measurable snow at all, but you want to make sure you are feeding your roots right now. Get out there, make sure you put your weed and feed down. If it's not too late for where you are, make sure you're putting your feed down if you don't have the weeds. But definitely make sure you're doing what's necessary to strengthen your grass. Some folk are still doing a nitro blitz because they're pushing that growth. Because as your grass grows, it's going to thicken, it's going to become lusher, and that is what helps you to do damage control. I have no weeds in my yard, and it's all renovated, but it's a healthy cultivar. It's thick, so I don't know if I'm going to get weeds this fall. But my advice to you is to make sure you are doing what's necessary, depending upon where you are, that you are getting your grass ready to go into dormancy. Why do we do that? Because depending upon what you do now, it's going to determine how your grass comes out of dormancy. Is it going to come out of dormancy and struggle? Is it going to come out of dormancy and it's going to already be popping? What I'm putting down, I think it's going to be the Scott's Winter Guard. If that's what I'm putting down, I'll throw the picture right up there. That's actually going to feed the roots. It's not going to do anything with top growth or anything like that, because the grass, as it gets colder, is going into dormancy to protect itself. But it's going to feed those roots that go deep under the ground. I want to say these roots go about 3 to 4 feet deep, but this is going to feed those roots. And when your grass next spring starts greening up, it's because that's going to demonstrate the fact that the roots are healthy. So that when the temperatures start to come back up, usually about that 50 to 55 degree soil temperature, not air temperature, but soil temperature, then that's going to stimulate our cool season grass to start growing again. And what you do in the fall is going to determine just what it looks like in the spring. So once again, guys, now I want you to make sure you are enjoying this. This is a very green, lush green lawn. It's even green out there beyond the fence. I'm not going out there today. And all around the yard, it's just greened up nicely. This is the kind of lawn that I would love to have a picnic on, have everybody come over, or barbecue or something like that, have everybody come over and just enjoy the green grass. And I'm that guy in the neighborhood that when I go out front, I have people stop by and say, "Hey, we don't know what you're doing to your yard, man, but it's looking good." Definitely make sure you're out there, you're enjoying your grass. But if, in fact, you want to have a healthy plant next spring, you got to make sure you're coming out here now. Make sure you are feeding your lawn now, so it is uptaking all those nutrients, that nitrogen, that whatever you're going to put down on it. If you're going to continue to do your nitro blitz, if you're going to put some iron down there, once again, it depends upon what the weather is like where you are. We are about to have a stretch of cold weather on the East Coast, and I don't know, I think it's going to go down. We're going to have our frost for sure. I'm not exactly sure how low the temperatures are going to go. I don't think that it's going to start going into dormancy yet, because it's not, once again, based upon the air temperature, it's the soil temperature. So I think that it's going to be able to survive this cold snap and continue to grow. If it continues to grow, then I may continue to feed my lawn. It's the 7th of November at the time I'm shooting this part of the video. And last year I had the Jonathan Green cultivar down, and that actually stayed nice, a nice dark green. It's not blue tag certified. It's not 100% weed free seed, but that actually stayed nice and dark green until around mid-December. So if in fact this grass does the same thing, then and you may have the same cultivar, or a cultivar that's engineered to be more drought resistant, to do better without water and everything else, because my sprinkler system is off. If you have that kind of cultivar, hey, if you continue to take care of your lawn, it'll continue to stay nice and green, or get popping and stay popping for a long time. Hey, you guys know what I love to tell you. I'll be putting a video out later on in the week. I had my system winterized, my sprinkler system winterized. I always tell you, if possible, go out of your way to help make somebody else's life better. And the gentleman who came to do the winterization for my system is an example of that. He's going to actually be on camera. He's not going to tell you a story. He's going to tell you why you need to make sure you are using the right equipment to winterize your lawn. But if at all possible, go out of your way if necessary to help make somebody else's life better. And you guys know what I also like to tell you. I love you. Really do love you. And that last thing, if somebody tries to tell you to lift yourself up by putting somebody else down, as we used to say back where I grew up, don't drink the Kool-Aid. You can get the best that God has for you without stepping on somebody else to do the same thing. Hey, you guys have an amazing day, week, or whatever you're going to have on purpose. If nobody else told you today, remember, Coach Al told you, I love you. Be blessed.